Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Power is Now teleconference. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. Later, we'll conduct a question-and-answer session, and instructions will be given at that time. If you need operator assistance, please press star, then 0 on your touch-tone telephone. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded. I would now like to introduce your host for today's conference, Mr. Eric Frazier. Sir, you may begin.
Good morning, and welcome to the Power is Now teleconference. It's a fantastic, rainy, cold day in Southern California, but still a great day to talk about vendor resource management and understanding its value to the real estate community. My name is Eric Frazier, and I'm the host of the Power is Now teleconference. I'm also the president of the Orange County Association of Real Estate Brokers. Please go to www.OCAREB as in boy.org and check out this great organization. I'm also the branch manager for Wells Fargo Home Mortgage North Orange County markets, and once a week I conduct this teleconference, but every day I lead a team of dynamic mortgage consultants who serve this market in branches throughout North Orange County. They are the most professional and knowledgeable people you can work with in the industry. And we call ourselves the Do It Now team because we work with a sense of urgency, and I'm very, very proud to lead this team of capable loan consultants. There are so many things that make Wells Fargo stand out from the competition, and I can spend the entire show talking about it, talking about their very unique value proposition. But the Wells Fargo Close on Time Guarantee is an unprecedented commitment to service and closing a real estate transaction on time. Folks, there is nothing like this in the industry. First-time home buyers are the individuals who can least afford the expenses associated with a late closing. You have per diems. You have having to extend their lease, paying overtime to movers, and the list goes on and on and on. Well, if Wells Fargo is the reason the transaction doesn't close on time, they will pay the borrower's first month's principal and interest payment, folks. I mean, it's unbelievable. It is true. I know this. I work here. I'm writing the checks. Literally, it comes out of the branch, and we have to pay the borrower directly a check for the principal and interest payment in addition to a letter of apology. Now, what bank is actually doing that? I don't know of a bank, and I've been at this almost 30 years, folks, and I don't know of a single bank that has such a guarantee. It's called the Close on Time Guarantee. And if you are a buyer's agent, you really owe it to your client to let them know that such a guarantee exists in the marketplace. Please consider using one of my team members on your next transaction. You can get a hold of anybody on the team at our team website. It is www.thedoitnowteam.com, thedoitnowteam.com. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your clients. And if you're out of the area, please go to wellsfargo.com/mortgage and get in contact with a local home consultant. And I promise you will not be disappointed. The phrase, the power is now, suggests that we maximize our potential for success in business and life when we act on information and opportunities now. The present is our future because the future is only a reflection of our past decisions to act now. And we can all recall over the years how our inability to act now robbed us of opportunity. So the goal of this program is to help prevent inaction from happening repeatedly through sharing relevant and powerful information every week you can act on. The Power is Now teleconference is a series of conference calls designed to empower our real estate agents to sell more homes, to expand their business of buyers and sellers, to be well informed about changes in lending, the market, the economy, government programs, anything that may affect your clients and your business. Please email me at eric.frazier@thepowerisnow.com and let me know what you think about the teleconference and how the program can continue to support your needs. We really appreciate your feedback. You can also go to facebook.com/powerisnow. That's /powerisnow and download or listen to the last week's recording. In fact, many recordings of past shows. And also you can express yourself. Let us know what you think about the subject. And if you have any recommendations for future subjects, please let us know. Really, your comments and your suggestions are really appreciated. Well, today on the call is Keith Murray, president and founder and CEO of Vendor Resource Management. And actually, he's not on the call today. We have a backup who is with us today. Her name is Cheryl. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Cheryl Travis Crawford in just a second here. But I want to share a little bit about Keith Murray. His intention was to be here today. He is the founder and president and CEO of PCV Mercor Real Estate Services. Mr. Murray founded PCV Mercor in 1981 as a local real estate appraisal company serving Southern California, and since inception, Mr. Murray has grown the company to a nationwide firm that provides a myriad of real estate services throughout the United States. Mr. Murray has over 25 years of experience in real estate analysis, consultation, and valuation, and throughout his career, he has analyzed and supervised the analysis and valuation of a variety of types of real estate and has worked with numerous federal agencies, including the RTC, Veterans Administration, and HUD. He has also worked extensively with the GSEs, Freddie Mac and Fannie Mac. In the private sector, Mr. Murray has worked with numerous financial institutions, insurance companies, pension funds, and asset managers. Mr. Murray received his Bachelor's of Science degree in Business Administration and Finance from California University Northridge. Mr. Murray holds an MAI designation of the Appraisal Institute, the ASA designation of the American Society of Appraisals, and an IFAS designation of the National Association of Independent Fee Appraisers. Mr. Murray is also the founder and CEO of Vendor Resource Management, which is a nationwide real estate-owned asset disposition company. The organization specializes in reducing marketing time while maximizing loan recovery. VRM also provides loss mitigation and short sale analysis, as well as pre-marketing, closing, and title services. Well, I tell you, that's a very impressive resume, and Keith could not be with us today, but we have on the phone Cheryl Travis Crawford. She is a Senior Vice President, Business Development and Vendor Resource Management Officer with the company. Cheryl, thank you for being on the call today.
Thank you. I'm excited for any opportunity to discuss the services that Vendor Resource Management provides to the real estate industry, and so thank you for having me.
Well, it is our pleasure, and I'm looking forward to getting into our subject today. But before we get started, Cheryl, let me share with our audience a little bit about you. You are the Senior Vice President of Business Development for Vendor Resource Management. You're responsible for developing product and services for the mortgage industry and identifying infrastructures to improve efficiencies for VRM customers. Additionally, you oversee the sales and marketing team working to increase market share for VRM. Ms. Crawford has been in the mortgage servicing industry since 1979 and was a recipient of the Home Savings and Loan Career Development Scholarship. Ms. Crawford graduated from Mills College in Oakland, California in 1983 with a degree in administration and legal process with an emphasis in economics. She went on to receive her MBA from Walden University in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 2007 and is on track for receiving her PhD in Applied Management and Decision Sciences from Walden in 2012. Prior to joining the VRM team, Ms. Crawford was the Director of REO Sales Operations for Freddie Mac from 1998 to 2008, and Ms. Crawford was also a recipient of Freddie Mac's Premier Achievement Award. Wow, Cheryl, very, very impressed. You know, I used to work at Home Savings of America many years ago, and so you received a scholarship for them to go to college.
That's correct. I was part of a really nice community outreach program that they had, and along with that, you got an opportunity to cross-train in several positions within the branches and the loan servicing area. So that was a great opportunity, which really opened my eyes to this industry, which has been a part of my life since then.
Wow. So had you not gotten that scholarship and been exposed to all that, you could have been doing something completely different than what you're doing now.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So you work very closely with Mr. Murray. You are second in command at VRM Vendor Resource Management.
That is correct. I oversee the operations, which is primarily based in the Texas area. We have about a little under 400 employees located in Dallas, Texas, and we also have some regional people aligned to wrap around our process to better support where the concentration of REO volume is.
So where is the greatest concentration of REO volume right now?
Well, right now, the markets that are greatest hit, and is probably consistent with most in the industry, you're looking at California, Arizona, Nevada, Florida, Ohio,
right.
Illinois area, various parts there, and then Michigan.
Okay. Well, I know that there are many realtors on this line that want to ask that million-dollar question about, well, how do we participate in that? But before we get into that, I want to tell me a little bit more about where VRM is located, because I know that there's an operation here in California, in Pomona, I believe, and you're saying you're based in Texas. And in speaking to Althea a couple of days ago, I guess you guys opened a new office in Texas or in that region, right?
Absolutely. We actually just opened an office this week, a larger office. We just increased our space here. As you might know, about 6 months ago, the governor of Texas, because of the number of jobs we're bringing to the area, gave us a grant of $750,000.
Oh, my goodness.
Because of the great work we're doing here in the Texas area. And you are correct. PCV Mercor, we are a unit of PCV Mercor, which is a 30-year valuation company that Mr. Murray started in 1981, and actually we'll be celebrating 30 years next year. So we do have offices there, and we have some resources there that support VRM as well. But PCV Mercor is our valuation company offering valuation products and services for the mortgage servicing industry, for both and commercial, for both originations as well as in the default space.
Well, I'm looking forward to talk with Mr. Murray. Had the pleasure of meeting him at the 5-Star event in Texas, and just a wonderful man, and a tremendous amount of experience and great success. And he's an African American, and I'm just really so proud to know him. And I'm looking forward. I have a promise now for him to be on the show, and we're going to do kind of like a biographical conversation to kind of find out how he got started at this and how he's become so successful. But you're on the right path to our first bullet, how and why VRM was created and established. So let's dive into that. VRM, Vendor Resource Management, how and why?
Okay. First, VRM was started. Mr. Murray, he's very committed to community, and he saw the crisis and understood one very important thing about that is that in order for us to preserve communities, we have to have a clear understanding of value. And as a decorated appraiser, he understands the importance of valuating communities correctly in order to provide stabilization in those markets for those homeowners who are not being foreclosed upon. And so what Mr. Murray realized is that if I'm supporting the REO space, I can make sure that nationwide that communities that we serve get value right and help to stabilize communities. And so Freddie Mac, recognizing some of the value that Mr. Murray brought into the industry, gave him that opportunity to do just that, to take his clear understanding of value and provide REO disposition services on behalf of Freddie. So we do that today, and we have several other large customers as well. We handle in excess of 100,000 REO transactions annually.
Wow.
So we absolutely have a clear understanding of value, and we are a significant part of the community stabilization efforts, and we want to make sure that we do the right thing in the markets that we serve.
Well, to handle 100,000 real estate transactions, and that's in a year, right?
That is correct.
Wow. That is definitely being a significant player in the marketplace. I think that this answers a question for me because I wasn't sure if VRM was more of a training company, like there are many companies out there that are offering training and certifications as opposed to an asset management company. So let's dispel the myth that there is about,